Hello，大家好。sorry，用英文啊，唔好意思。Hi all, welcome to this GEG APAC live event. This live event is about the coding curriculum of CS First, and this is presented by some Hong Kong teacher. And before I introduce the speaker today, I would like to show the detail of this event. So we have this GEG APAC. Actually, we are across a lot of GEG in APAC, Asia Pacific area. So we have a lot of language you can choose. So when you go to this official web page, and then you can find a lot of event. The event is sorted by different language. Maybe you can find the Chinese event, or you can find the English event, or some Japanese event. Just you can choose your favorite event as you like. Okay. Hi. So this is the official web page of the GEG APAC website. So please feel free to go to the web page. You can find it from the live chat. And also we have another page. This page is about the Chinese section. So you can take a look what we can do, what section we have from the Hong Kong teacher about the CS First. Now now we are in this section, okay? And we have another section tomorrow, so please stay tuned, okay? And time is running short, so maybe I can introduce the speaker today. The speaker today is Tim. Tim, let me introduce. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
So I may pass the time to Tim and walk the stage.
Okay, thank you, Jason. So my name is Tim, and this is Peter. So he's coming to help me today. And we are both Google certified trainers in Hong Kong, and we teach in the same school. So I teach English and computer science. So the theme today is the curriculum from Google CS platform. Okay, so thank you, Peter, for helping me today. If you have any questions, just leave your comments and your ideas and questions in the YouTube session so that we can answer you or interact with you. All right, before we start today, I strongly recommend that you will do the coding with me, and then we can play it together. So if you have your mobile phones or your tablets, you can use them to go to the YouTube link. And then if you have the Google CS, if you have the laptops or desktops, you can use them to do the coding part. All right, so this is what I'm looking forward to do with you today. Code it yourself. So if you don't have so many devices, it's perfectly okay, because you can just simply look at the YouTube live and then try to experience how Google CS First works. Okay, so thank you, everyone. Today's section is called a coding curriculum for every classroom. We are talking about the Google CS platform, and thanks again to Peter. So he's here to help me today, and then thank you for all of you for listening to this section. Okay, a little bit about me. So I'm an English teacher in Hong Kong, and to me, Google Tools and e-platforms is my favorite, because I would like to use them to introduce interactive atmosphere for students to collaborate together. Teaching English as a second language is not easy in Hong Kong, because when students come to classroom, they fall asleep. And then this is how we need to step into a new era to use Google Tools to increase their interactive skills, communication skills, and also their creativity. So today's session is divided into 3 parts. I'll give you a little bit idea about what Google CS First is. So we'll start with Google CS First, and then we will try to build the blocks together. Again, if you are using your mobile phones or your iPads, tablets to watch the YouTube live, you can spare another device like a laptop or desktop. You can do the blocking coding together. Then we will try to show you how teachers can create their own classrooms. All right, so I hope you enjoy the section today with me and Peter. All right, now let's go. What is Google CS First? So this is the first question that comes when I first encounter this platform or this Google tool. I know this is the most famous cat in the world, so you know his name like Scratch. Okay, so everyone knows Scratch because when you talk about coding, everyone talks about, no, I know this cat, coding, Scratch platform, moving the blocks, dragging the blocks, move forward, change, blah, 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 blah. But up to this moment in this coding era, when everyone is focusing on coding, building blocks, debugging, and there are some dilemmas. So for students, they always ask one question, I can make something move, I can make something jump, I can make something dive into water, and what comes next? They don't simply have something to accomplish. They are simply lack of like a theme, a topic, or an objective to learn. All right, and for educators like me, Peter, we are also teaching the computer science in Hong Kong. And for us, we do see one question coming from our mind or from you, all the educators. Well, maybe you are the coding experts, or maybe you are just the freshman in the coding sector, and you want to ask yourself the biggest question for you to introduce coding to all students around the world in Hong Kong. Can students understand all these? And what is the starting point for teaching coding? Okay, to simplify, it's like how to teach coding to them. Do we just give them some coding sheets? Do we just give them a Scratch platform and ask them to drag the blocks? Right, so that's why today I really want to introduce this one to you, is the Google CS platform. So very, very simple. It's a combination of two things. The well-known, easy-to-use Scratch platform, the coding platform, and also combined with the well-designed teaching modules. So it comes with teaching resources. Yes, that's very important for us because as educators, we are looking for teaching resources as support. Our backup is how do we teach something, and if we don't have the knowledge or if we don't have the enough preparation, well, we cannot teach the students well. So Google CS is the perfect solution for you. It comes with like the coding platform, also comes with the tutorial videos, teaching resources. Okay, this is we call a curriculum. A curriculum is not just about a coding platform. It's also about how to teach something. Okay, so for up to here, maybe we can give it a try, right? Now, try to imagine you are a student with me. So I really hope that if you do have another laptop or desktop computers, try to experience this part as a student, how you are doing Google CS in the classroom. Okay, so what you are going to do is very, very straightforward because the first thing you have to do is you have to go to the CS First website. And of course, we are here because we know how powerful Google is. And you have just simply search Google CS in your Omni box. Okay, so now be a student, try to play the blocks, try to do the coding with all the fun behind. So simply Google CS First. If you really want to simply click the link, I think Peter is helping me to like send out the link in the comment section, so you can simply click the link as well. All right, so you can Google CS First, and then the first one is the website that we are looking for, the platform. CS First, teach computer science and coding to kids. So we are here, okay, and we are ready for some hands-on activity. If you don't really have a laptop or desktop, it's perfectly okay because you can look at this afterwards. Okay, you can look at the video playback later, and then you can try to do it, okay, by yourselves. So on the top right-hand corner, there's one sign-in button. Okay, let's go in and try to experience this powerful Google tool. So click sign in. Now, at this point, I would like to remind you that yes, we are no longer teachers now. Change to student. Try to think you are a student. So sit down here and then imagine you are sitting in the classroom. Imagine the teachers are giving you a Chromebook. Imagine the teachers are telling you, right, sit down kids, okay, switch on your computers. You are in the computer lesson right now. So choose I'm a student. Okay, choose I'm a student. Choose I'm a student here, click it. Now our role is student. And of course, you are all new students to this CS website platform. If that's your first time to log in, yes, this is the part that you should click on, okay? New students. And I'm going to give you the class code as well, and you can find it in the comment section as well. That is 6H939R. And this is my classroom. So come into my classroom and try to see what's inside. What can we play today? Okay, so new student and paste or type in the code in the box, in the gray box, and then click next. Okay, just to confirm, is this my class? Yes. Okay, you can see the name of the teacher. Okay, and this is the classroom's name today, is the GEG demo classroom, and the code. If you have no problems with that, you simply come in and join me. Okay, so click yes and join. And that's so easy for you to start your coding experience, coding journey now, because this is auto-generated by the Google CS platform. You don't have to worry about, right, I have to create a long student list, I have to create some unique passwords, I have to do that, do this, do that, do this. This is how Google CS can really facilitate code teaching in Hong Kong. You got the username and the password, okay, and it's auto-generated by the Google CS platform. And what you really need to do is to write it down. Yes, okay, so I want all of you like to take a pen, or if you want to use your mobile phones, you can simply take a photo of your username and password. So take a photo of that, okay, or you need to write it down. So why does it work like this? Because as I told you before, the Google CS platform is connected with the Scratch platform. So the username, password, they are also required when you go coding later on the Scratch platform. And this is very important for you to write this down. And I'm going to take a photo of that because I don't have good memory. All right, so I forgot as well. If you really forgot, you can ask your teachers later, because later on we will try to look at from a teacher's perspective how Google CS looks like in the control panel. All right, so if you do really lose your password or forgot your username, don't worry. In the real practice, you can always ask your teachers about that. Okay, so please write down your username and write down the password, because you will need this today to work with blocks. Okay, there are two boxes that we have to check. Okay, the first one is like compulsory, because yes, you need to write down your username, write down your password, or you will forget everything. And if you want to keep signing in from the same device, you could also check this box as well. Okay, so it's up to you for the second one, but the first one is a reminder for you. Okay, write down the username, write down the password. Okay, take a photo of that or take out a pencil to write it down. So, are you ready to start? Click sign in, and then you are already at the beginning of the coding journey. Yes, you can see here's your class, the GEG demo, okay, the class code, and then today we are going to do our own Google logo. So if you look at the Google website, you can always see the Google logo, right? And sometimes you wonder, wow, that's awesome, amazing. So I want to create my own Google logo. And actually today you have a chance to have a taste of it, because we are going to make our Google logo tailor-made and make it a little bit special for you. So click here to start. Okay, this is the activity that we've already created. So click create your own Google logo. And for every teaching module, for example, for this one, it's about creating Google logo. You can see the level of difficulties, how many activities inside, and how long does it take to finish the whole module, like the estimated time. Of course, for some coding experts or some students who are like genius in coding, they will finish it like very quickly. Okay, so and if you can find it here, it comes with 3 different activities, and we are doing the first one today. Create your own Google logo. And for one activity, it comes with different steps. Steps 1, step 2, step 3. So step by step, step by step. And let's quickly go in to see what happens next. All right, ready? Jump to step 1. Step 1, create your own Google logo. Step 1, create your own Google logo. Okay, see, this is a very special logo, and we are ready to try it now. And I want you to look at this interface from a student's perspective. If you are a student, yes, now you are a student, and then you can see there are tutorial videos, okay, for each step. So this is how it works, okay? Student will watch the video, and then student will watch the video, and then they will learn what they are going to do. Okay, and this kind of video is sort of like video on demand. That means they can watch it again at home or at school. They can adjust the playback speed. So you can watch it at a faster pace or slower pace. And you know, in Hong Kong, for those like platforms that comes into English language, students will like, oh, please, okay, I'm going to give up. No, okay, please show them they do have subtitles. They do have subtitles, and then if you turn on the subtitles, it will be better for students to understand what the video is talking about. And now we won't go to watch the video all the time. And this is the real context in Hong Kong. So imagine you are a teacher in Hong Kong, or you are a teacher in primary school or secondary school. You do really have limited time in your lesson. For me, I have like 30 minutes or 40 minutes in my computer lesson. So how could I show them the videos, right? And you know, in this era, we do call flipped classroom. And this is another way for you to do the flipped classroom way. Try to let students to watch the videos at home, and then when they come back to lessons, spend more time to do the coding part with them. So the video parts can be assigned like as pre-task, flipped classroom tasks, so they can have better preparations. And then when they come into your classroom, when they open that door, all they need to do is just like turn on their computers and then, wow, I'm going to do some coding today. So if you don't really have time, do this in a flipped classroom way. And I think that's a perfect solution for teachers in Hong Kong as well. Given that we have so limited teaching time, you know, like we have 30 students, 25 students, 30 minutes. Okay, at the end of each video, this is the most essential part of the video, the checklist, a checklist, okay? Because you know, students, they always get lost, even for me, okay, for 5-minute video, after I watch the whole video, all I can remember is like 1 second, the beginning, right? Say hello, okay, and I forgot everything. But that's what you need for students, okay, because there's a checklist at the end of the video that tells you your tasks for this step or for this activity. So for this one, you have to do something. You have to open a starter project, okay, and then you have to come back to the Google CS and then watch the videos here. So you can see here, there are some videos down here. So what are they? We'll talk about this very, very quickly, but now let's try to do this together. Open a starter project. So here comes the attached link to the Scratch platform. So it's the door to connect two platforms together. So click Starter Project on the right-hand side, and then it will lead you to the Scratch platform, the catch jumping, the most famous scratching platform doing coding, and it may sound very familiar to teachers, especially if you are doing coding in Hong Kong, right? And if you don't, if that's your first time to do like coding, what is Scratch, never mind, we'll have like a brief introduction on that. Now, here we have three things to do. Number one, you must sign in the Scratch. Okay, you must sign the Scratch. Why I have to sign the Scratch? I'm already on the Scratch. Why I have to sign again? All right, so the students will also ask these questions to me, to Peter, to other teachers in teaching computer science. Why have to sign in? Because you have signed in your CS First platform. It doesn't mean that your Scratch platform is also being signed in. So, at the first part of the workshop, we've talked about the two platforms connected together. And the only way for them to connect together is not like talking to each other. So the data between these two platforms have to be transferred. So sign in CS platform and also sign in the Scratch platform so that the data, the projects, the coding that you have worked so hard on Scratch platform can be transferred, let your teacher see your hard work. So that's why now I have to take out my mobile phone again, and maybe you have your username and password on your little paper, and you have to use your sign-in information again. So let's try here, and I'm going to sign in with my student account. Remember, now we are all students, okay? We are still students. So throw away the school bag of a teacher's face, okay? So of us as students, so spend some time to sign in. And if you forgot the password, it's okay, because later on we'll talk about the teacher's perspective, okay? That's why you can use that. So sign in this one. Now we are here, okay, and the two platforms are connected. If you go back to the CS platform, you can see your student number, and here is the same student number. That means what you do on the Scratch platform now is seen by your teachers. And if you do really naughty things here, they do see, okay? And number one, sign in. And number two, you can see a gray button just in the middle part of the Scratch platform. It's called Remix. All right, so if you try to explain this button to your student, remix, I don't think they will understand, and they will like how to remix something. Okay, the first time I really know about CS Scratch or CS First, the remix button to me is like some kind of like mystery. What is it? How to remix something? Okay, I will show you. I'll explain this in a very easy way, because when you want to copy a file, for example, like a Google Doc, okay, you see a Google Doc, you want to use that Google Doc for your own. So what you need to do is to make a new copy, So imagine this one is the template. In a template, you want to create something just like what you need for a new Google Doc from the original one. So try to make a new copy. So this is how Remix mean. Okay, if I explain to students, and I will also tell them like, this is not your file, this is someone else. Okay, so you have to like save it as your file. So step 2, remix. Okay, remixing project, and this one is saved as a remix. That means it's your file now. You can do anything here. Okay, you can do anything here, and that belongs to yours. All right, sign in, remix, and then Now, how your teachers know what you are really working so hard on? You know, some students from my class, they do a lot of coding, they drag a lot of blocks, they do huge projects, okay, amazing projects. And after all, I see nothing from their projects. And this is all because they missed the last step, share, okay? So you have signed in. Yes, I know who you are. You are CS4948156, and I know you have remixed the project. Now it's your own project, but I don't know you have shared your project with me, so I cannot see what you have working so hard on. Even though you have a huge project, thousands of coding here, amazing background backdrops, okay? I don't really see. So share is the last thing you need to do, okay? Share your projects. So once you click share, the teachers will see your project. And when you update the project, for example, you do some new coding today, for example, you put more blocks to it today, you don't have to click it every time. So once you share, it's like forever. Share once, forever, okay? So after you share, you can go back to the CS, to the Scratch platform to do the coding. So you can click see inside here, see inside to go back to the coding platform, see inside, okay? So here, I really want to slow down a little bit. I want to remind these three important highlights for you. Sign in for the Scratch platform. So there are two platforms can be connected, the Google CS platform and also the Scratch platform, and then they join together the data together, okay? Remix the project, save a new copy for your own project, so it's not using others, right? You are not writing on others' paper, you are using your own paper, and also share the project with me, and that's your teacher, then they can see what you're working so hard on. So sign in, remix, and share, okay? Is the experience from our teaching in the Google CS computer lessons, because most students, they forgot to sign in, forgot to share, and we got nothing at the end, okay? So let's go back to the CS, the Scratch platform. Okay, maybe to some of you, this is quite fresh to you because, yes, I didn't do any coding before, okay? I didn't know what's going on about coding, and maybe for some educators like you are coding experts. So please excuse me, I want you to spend like 2 minutes to just briefly talk about this most well-known, easy to use Scratch MIT platform. All right, so you can see on the bottom, okay, bottom right-hand corner, you can see some sprites, some like cartoons. We call them sprites. Okay, here we have 6. And they are different letters. Of course, you can add more. Okay, you can add a cat, you can add a dog. Okay, you can add a princess or something like that. Okay, and this is the sprite on the bottom. Okay, and then on the left-hand side, you can see different kinds of coding blocks. And what I really like about Scratch, or if you know why it becomes so famous for students nowadays, is because of its user-friendly feature, because it puts different blocks into different categories. Like when you go shopping, and if you enter a supermarket, you see like, wow, it's easy for me. I know I need to find some ice cream over there. I need to find some Coca-Cola over there. So it puts different blocks here into different categories. Like if I want to change the looks, okay, I can choose looks. If I want to add some noise, some sound, blah, 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 I can choose sound here. Okay, for the others, you have to spend a little bit time to understand this platform, and we don't really have so much time to go deeper into that today. Okay, so for every sprite, you can do the coding, of course, and then you can change the costume, how it looks. Okay, so let's try to change the costume of this letter G. So now you are working on this sprite. You can see it's highlighted. Okay, so this one is G, and you are not doing coding at this stage. Just try to change the costume. So choose this one, and you can choose the one that you like. okay, or even you can do some artwork on here. Okay, so you can pick the one that you like. Maybe we will spend a little bit time to try to change. Okay, pick the things that we like. Oh, this one is quite interesting. Okay, and choose another sprite, and then choose the one that you like. And for some students, if they are really interested in drawing, they do really recreate the sprite. For example, for some students, they will color the sprites into different colors, like a black tiger for this one, maybe. Okay, so spend a little bit time to see, okay, how this works. You know, for coding, how it becomes attractive to students. This is one of the things that I think at this stage is to try to attract them by sprites first. Okay, if you tell them how to code first, all right, I'll give you a list of coding blocks, a list of commands that you have to remember, if then else. And I think for like after 3 seconds, they will just leave your classroom. So if you really want kids to stay here and start to code, try to introduce the costume first and then go to simple coding blocks. Okay, so this is from my experience. Okay, so you choose, and then when you finish, okay, we go back to the first sprite, the letter G, and it becomes like a frog now. Okay, all right, so you go back to the code on the top left-hand corner. Make sure you are on this sprite. Make sure you have go back to the coding section here. Okay, and then make sure you have signed in, and then the remix button has been clicked. So there's no more remix here, it's your own copy. Make sure you have shared with your teachers, your project. So when you do something, your teachers will get an update, all right? So when you finish all this, we can do something else. Let's go back to the Google CS platform. So it's common for students to jump between these two platforms. Even though we are teaching the Google CS in class, yes, it's common for students to go to Scratch and then go back to CS. And then when they need to work on something, they go back to the Scratch again. And then when they want to watch the video, they go back to the CS again. Okay, but that's common for them. It's not something like strange because those two platforms are connected. Now we go back to the Google CS First platform, and we can see a lot of add-ons here. Add-ons, okay? And here comes another question for teachers. Okay, the first time teachers or students, they will ask, what are add-ons? What are add-ons? Okay, to me, the easiest way to think this is like when you have a new mobile phone, you do really need to install some apps for you to play, maybe. Like you install WhatsApp for you to communicate. And what I really like about CS First is the add-on parts that makes your product so unique. For example, if you just simply give students a list of coding and they follow the coding, all the final products will like the same. Okay, so the same products from you. And the add-ons here can give them the rooms to explore their creativity because it gives the Scratch project a lot of potentials. Just simply look at here. Wow, you have the letters. You can change color. You can tell the letters to say something. Okay, you can add backdrop. You can jumble the letters. So every student can make their unique project with those add-ons, and this is something more than doing coding. Doing coding, you know, in the old days, doing coding is like, wow, this is your task sheet today. Just complete the coding. All right, finish, then go home. Bye-bye. And you can see all the projects are the same. I kept jumping. All students are the same. Now, you have to embed your creativity here. Coding is not simply about creativity. No, sorry. Coding is not about critical thinking, numerical skills only. Nowadays, coding is also about creativity. So now we'll choose change colors. Okay, we are going to do something on change colors. So pick this add-on, change color. change color. Okay, and again, yes, we don't have time to go through the videos. Okay, if you do not have time for students to watch the videos, remember how to do it in a flipped classroom way. Try to design your curriculum. Try to introduce other pedagogy into that. And flipped classroom here is very useful. Okay, what really interests me is the task list, the checklist. So I'm a student. Remember, I'm also a student now. What really interests me is the last part. What I really need to do. So I want to skip all this maybe, and I really want to know what I need to do. I need to do two things. I need to choose a sprite, change the effect by 25, and that happens when some keys, for example, the O key on your keyboard works. So let's try to do this one together. Now we are not working here, so remember, CS first is the learning part. Okay, so I always tell students, like when they forgot how to switch between CS first and Scratch. CS first is the input, right? You are learning on CS first, and how you are doing something, you are exporting, you are producing something, and that comes to the Scratch. So input, output, input something, output something. Okay, sort of like a curriculum, a system thing. All right, let's make it change the looks. And if you are very smart, you can of course see here, we choose the looks from the category looks. Okay, and let's try to find the block change color. It's a little bit down here. So simply drag. Okay, so I'll do it again. Simply drag color, change color by effect 25, drag it to the working station. Okay, drag it to the working station. Then if you want to preview the effect, so what does it do? Okay, what does this block do? So you can click. Okay, so look at this letter G, the floor, and we click change color. So you can test. Okay, this is a kind of testing. What does the block do? It's a kind of testing. So when I click it, it changes. Okay, but we do really miss something. Remember, if you forgot, oh, what do I do next? I forgot. If you are the student, you forgot. Go back to the learning platform, the CS. Okay. Oh yes, I have to find a block that trigger the action to happen. It won't happen like when I always click. Okay, I cannot click all the time. I have to do the coding when some actions trigger, and then the color will be changed automatically. So I'm going to choose from the events here, events. Now you have lots of events here that you can trigger an action to happen, and we choose this one when space key pressed. If you don't want to choose the space key, choose any keys that you like. Okay, so some keys from your keyboard. Okay, so I'll choose the space key. Now let's try. When space key is pressed, change color effect by 25. So I'm going to press my space key on my keyboard. Okay, and it doesn't work. Okay, this is everyday phenomenon for teachers and students, especially for students doing coding. They doesn't work. Okay, after you told them everything, it doesn't work, because this is another essential part in coding: how to debug, how to think what you have missed or what you haven't done. So if you look at the CS platform again, they have problems. Usually they will raise hands. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, and for teachers, they usually go to the students and let me do it for you. Let me do it for you. And this is not going to work nowadays, because so-called let me do it for you of just happen, but not teaching them how to do that by themselves. So don't do that for them. Okay, try to let them to do it. So now I'm the student. Okay, when space key press is not changing, I will go back to something that I can learn again, the CS first platform. And then I try to look at the task sheet or the checklist here, and I will rethink again. Okay, what am I missing? maybe these two blocks have to join together and then they can function. Okay, so I'll give a try by joining two blocks together. I'll give it a try. So now I press the space key. Wow, now it works. Okay, so the learning process are not so reliant on the teachers anymore. So if students have problems in their coding, they don't really have to raise their hands and can you for me, can you do the whole project for me and then I'll give an A. No, for coding and for the CS, the whole idea is to let students try, let students experience and try to not successfully do a project only. Try to make some mistakes and try to fix the mistakes by themselves. And this is how they mistakes, because when they really do have some kind of mistakes, okay, try to solve the problems. And this is one of the essential skills we are focusing on. You always talk about problem solving skills, how to solve problems. If you just raise your hands and teachers come here, teachers come here, teachers come here, yeah, I will come here, show you here. Now look at this one again and watch the videos again. Now you can try to solve the problems, okay? And this is how me or Peter, okay, experience this kind of problem every day. Teachers, no, students, they raise their hands. Now they don't. Now they do really try to solve the problems before they raise their hands. And this is what we really want to see in classroom. Students are getting more independent, okay, in doing coding, in doing solving problems, in doing something that they can do it by themselves before they really try to ask for your help. Okay, so you see now it's working, changing color. So if we do really have time today, we can do a lot. But I'm so sorry that we can only just do something here. If you are very creative, you can choose others as well. What comes next is, what about other sprites? You see, these commands are only words for letter G. So I want other sprites. You see, they don't share the blocks. So I can simply drag this one to another sprite. And this is so-called copy and paste action. Copy and paste action. So let me do it again. Drag the whole blocks into another sprite. Drag the whole blocks into another sprite. And when we go to G, this one works. Okay, wait. Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, it doesn't seem to appear here, but the mechanism is like that. You drag the blocks, okay, into another sprite. It should share the same. It should share the same blocks, okay? They should share the same blocks as well. So if you do want to share the blocks, okay, try to do the copy and paste stuff, okay? And I'm not quite sure why this doesn't work here. Okay, never mind. So if it really doesn't work, you can try to do the coding again. Okay, you can try to do the coding again. You can try to change colors, and then from the event block, you can try to use this one when the space key is pressed. Okay, so you can try to do this coding. Okay, yeah, I'm still thinking about why it goes wrong. Like when I drag it to G, it's not here. Okay, no, never mind. Okay, so when you finish all of this, you can also try in another way, double click. Okay, so you can click the whole blocks and double click. Yeah, okay, drag it here. Okay, so you can try it out like this. Okay, so this is how you make your unique Google logo. Okay, by using different blocks. Okay, and let's go back to the CS here. Okay, go back to the CS first. So this is the experience part as a student. Okay, as a student, we will end here. And now we try to look at the teacher's perspective. Okay, the teacher's perspective. So you need to have your own Google Classroom, your own CS First Classroom. Okay, so you will try to experience this as a teacher, and let's see how Google CS can really help you to facilitate coding. Okay, now change your hat. You're a teacher. Okay, you're a teacher, and all you need to do is to have a Google sign in. Google sign in. Okay, let's do this together. So now you are a teacher. Again, we have to go to the CS first. Okay, you have to go to the CS first website and choose the CS website. Okay, now you haven't signed out. You are still a student. So if you want to experience as a teacher, you have to sign out first. Okay. Now, once you have signed out, you have to choose another role. You become a teacher now. Okay. Now we try to look at how the teachers can view your work, or how teachers can look at what you are doing, something like this. So you can choose I'm a teacher, and then you need to use your Google sign in. Okay, use your Google sign in. So input your details and then your password. And then you are already on the platform. So when you have logged in, it comes with all the stuff that you need. Okay, curriculum, resources, classes roster. Okay, something like this. So I'm going to show you how to create a class on your own. So if you are on this page as well, after you log in with your Google sign in, you can also create your own Google CS First class. Simply click Create Class and give it a name like demo, code, something like this. Okay, and create. In less than a second, the classroom is already here. Okay, and remember just now you need to enter a class code before you actually see something in the classroom. So that is an invitation code for you to join the class. So this kind of mechanism is sort of like similar to Google Classroom. So you can send the class code to your students and then you can join your sections very quickly. Okay, so this is the class code that you can send to your students. And here is the starting point when you try to add some activities for your curriculum design for CS. So click Add Activities. Okay, let's take a look at the teacher's view, the perspective from a teacher. So Google CS First do really provide hands-on activities, okay, ranging from like short time activities, like 1 hour activities, and then some of them are like longer activities here. Okay, so you can choose the one that you like, okay, and then you can add them into your class. Okay, if I choose this one, let me choose the one like here, game design. Okay, so you can preview it. Okay, you can look at the level of difficulties, how many activities here, and the estimated finishing time. And if you really like it, you can add to your class. Of course, you can find some more useful resources by looking at the examples, and here comes the most important thing. As I told you before, the CS First platform is so powerful, so attractive to me because of the resources that back up behind, and that comes with lesson plans. So you do really want to prepare your computer science lessons, you do really need something on your hand, and that's called lesson plans, right? Okay, when we click lesson plans, you can see the whole modules, how it works, what you need to say to students, what reminders to them. They are all in the lesson plans. And this is how amazing it is, because this kind of resources is typically important for students, no, for teachers to look at it and then to prepare for their CS lessons. And when you look at this one, it's called solution sheets. Okay, you know, sometimes we are not coding genius, and sometimes coding can be like quite challenging even for educators. So solution sheets is another highlights for the platform because it do really offer the answers for the task. So if you want to prepare your CS lessons well, okay, try to look at the solution sheets as well. And then if you know, you can try it out, okay, before you actually go to teach that course, okay? So this is the function of the solution sheet. So here comes these two features that I really want to share with you. And if you look at the bottom part, it comes with different features from the CS platforms. You do have some stickers, you can use it for your students. In our school, we have print out a passport, okay, a passport for students. If they finish some tasks on the CS first, we will give them a stamp chart, okay, like this. So we can give them a stamp chart, and then they will see, okay, so they will see, okay. So you can also do something like this, because this is like marking their progress, okay. This is show them how they work on CS first. Show them their accomplishment is very important, because for students, they do really appreciate if they have accomplished something. So make sure you have incentive for them to do coding. We're not just pushing them, forcing them to do something else, okay? So this one is another useful resources. And as I told you, this platform is free, okay? So the resources here is totally at no cost. The only cost is you need to spend the time to design, okay, plan your lessons. You have some certificates for completion, and here comes the contingency plans that you can also look at it, because sometimes see when you do really have no Wi-Fi today, so what can you do? Okay, what can you do if you do not have Wi-Fi, you do not have your Chromebooks, something like this. So it comes with some ideas, some alternatives for you to do coding as well. So that's for me, for teachers. This page, okay, is your support. This page is your support. For every teaching modules, it comes with activities, examples, and materials. And all these are your backup for teaching. So if I really want to add this to class, just click add to class, and it will become your curriculum, just like now what you see, create your own Google logo. So you can add it to GEG demo, and I'll add it here. Okay, so you can print out your own materials. Okay, and then if I go to my class, you can see something new now because I've added another activity. Just now we have done this one, and now I've added this one, and if you are the student, you can see it. Okay, you can see it. So now the last part is, let me try to show you the platform with some statistics and then how you can look at the students' work. Okay, and if I really want to share with, what I really want to share with you is like this. So you click into, this is one of my CS class. Okay, so we have students roster here, so you can see the students in people. Okay, so you can find all your students, and remember if they lost their password, you can find here, and then you can see they are working on something, and this is their working progress. You can look at their working progress, okay, and you can also just directly link to their Scratch profile, and this is the highlight here because it connects Scratch. So click here, you can see their Scratch profile, and then you can see, wow, okay, what the student is actually working on, and is it really working, or does it have something wrong in the debugging? Okay, so you can click here and see their projects, okay, and see their projects. So you can try to execute. Okay, now this is how you can give feedback and evaluation, something like this. Okay, if you want a easier way to look at the progress summary, you can go back to the activities here, and you can see here, view progressive details. So you can find a chart, okay? This is shown in the chart. So completion rate, where do they stop? Okay, what are they working on? And which activity have they completed? Something like this, okay? And you can see some students they are working slower, some students they are working faster, and this is why CS First is a very good platform for diversity. Okay, you know, for coding, some students they will do it slower. Some students they are like more expert. Okay, so they can do it like very fast. Okay, so CS First, you can find tutorial videos. You can find step-by-step guidelines. Students are not afraid of like dragging behind, falling behind, because for slower learners, they do have a chance to catch it up, to do more preparations at home, or to spend more time to work on their projects. And for faster learners, advanced learners, they can explore their creativity by simply like using more add-ons, okay, do more on the projects. So this is how teachers can have a classroom management system connected with the CS Scratch platform, okay? And remember today, at the beginning when I told you, okay, so this is how teachers look like, okay, the people, the activities. So this is the summary. And if you do really remember at the beginning, we talked about how to make a coding platform. It's merely a platform to do coding. And without those kind of teaching resources, learning resources, it becomes nothing. Okay, so every time I remember about Scratch coming from other teachers, they do tell me like, do the blocks. Okay, but now we have to tell more how to do the coding, how to do the blocks. Or to me is how to teach coding. To students is how to learn it. Okay, you know, Google, I do really think is the perfect solution for coding learning in Hong Kong, because as you have already experienced as a student and you have looked at how teachers can create their classrooms, you can really it's kind of perfect combination for a curriculum with coding inside. Okay, so this is what I share with you today. And if you want to know more about Google for education, you Google CS First. Typically, you can look at the user guide here, okay, and then you can send email to me if you want to share something with me, like for the platform or your ideas, your questions. We are more welcome to discuss with you. Me, Peter, other teachers using this platform, okay, we can do more for the students. So thank you for you today, okay, and I'll pass the time to Jason to talk about the remaining parts, okay? So thank you of you today.
Hello, and thank you, team. Thank you, team, for the comprehensive description for the Google CS First. So, hope you can like CS First and then try to do some creative things by using CS First. And now I'm going to let you know that if you're interested to interact with our GEG members, you can join the you can join the GEG WhatsApp group. But for the GEG WhatsApp group, we are talking in Chinese. So if you can read Chinese, or even though you can do some translation by to look at the Chinese, you can try to join our group. And also, for this time, we have a certificate presented to you for this section. Okay, so you can scan this QR code and then to get the certificate. Wait me a moment. Yes, here is the link. This one. So you can scan the QR code or just click into the link. So if you fill up the form, then you can get the certificate automatically. And also, once you finish the registration, you can participate our lucky draw. Our lucky draw will be held on tomorrow 6 p.m. in our on our Facebook page. So you can stay tuned for the lucky draw. We have a lot of gifts. We have the Google Certified Educator Level 1 voucher and other gifts. I will let you know later on. Okay, I will wait more 30 seconds to scan this code. Thank you. And then the last thing is this is our Facebook page. So if you want to know do you get the prize or not, you can stay tuned on our Facebook page live. We will have a live lucky draw tomorrow. Tomorrow 6 p.m. live lucky draw. Okay. You can also just scan the QR code or just click into the Facebook and see you tomorrow 6 p.m. Okay. Thank you so much. This is all of our section. Stay tuned for the tomorrow section. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.